And here we are at the reviewing area. And here we have Transformers Cybertron Menasor on the reviewing area. Now, as you can see, he is in his vehicle mode here. And this vehicle mode is like a construction vehicle mode, but yes, it is a Cybertronian construction vehicle mode. I just remembered because I just did a little bit of research of what this is. And yes, it is a Cybertronian or a Cybertronic Gigantian excavation machine. Yeah, it's one of those. A Cybertronian Gigantian excavation machine type mode. And I will have to say, it is like pretty cool looking. All around. And I even do like the color scheme it has on it, with a lot of the dark blue with tan on it, with some like mustard colored plastic here. And also little bits of red paint on the top here. And he does have some like tracks here, or like tank treads, if you can call them. But on the bottom, he does have some little plastic wheels on the bottom. And also he does have a little bit of translucent blue on him, like this part here and this drill thing here. Oh, and I do want to show y'all this. It does have some silver paint weathered look on it, like on the drill part here. And on this part here, you could see the silver paint. It dry brush to it. And here's the front here. And you do have some light blue paint, like here and here and on these things here. And some gold. Oh well, actually, these are actually gold plastics. Gold molded in plastic detail things, which at first I thought they were painted on, but no, they're actually just sculpted in detail work. And you do have some light, well, more of that, the darker blue paint on the back of the treads here. And here's the side view, the back here, and the other side. And he does roll really well. And on the bottom, on the bottom, you can see he has like visible head and visible chest syndrome. And that there's nowhere to hide his chest and his head. So he's just staring at the floor here. So don't look at the bottom. But from the sides and all around, the vehicle commode to me does look pretty cool, I won't have to say. Now, he does have some features and gimmicks to him, but I'm gonna save that for his robot mode. But you can still do them in his vehicle mode here. But I'm gonna save it for his robot mode. But you can still do them in his vehicle mode. But like I already said, I'm gonna save them for his robot mode. Oh, I do want to show y'all this. Now, he does roll really well on the front treads and the back treads. But if I show y'all this on the bottom, where you can see his chest and his head there. On the bottom here, he does have these wheels here that do also roll, and these wheels do even turn, which I don't know or have no idea why these turn. I'm guessing these are supposed to like get you some steering mode, like steer these wheels from whatever direction you want. I'm guessing that is what it's for. That's probably my guess. But but another issue I have with it is they. I'm gonna try and show this to y'all. Yeah, you can see right there. You can kind of see right there that little wheel there. They don't touch the ground because they are way far up from where this part is on. Like that they don't really touch the ground because they are far up. I'm guessing you may have to move these drills out and move the back treads out to kind of have them touch the ground. But if you do that, then the tank mode or drill mode will kind of make it worse because these things here don't tilt because these back things are going to form his feet in robot mode. So if you try to move out the drills and the back treads to try and get the front wheels of this part touching the ground, you're gonna make it worse because these back treads do not have a like ankle pivot. Now, before we get to the transformation, well, actually, yeah. Before we get to the transformation of this big guy, taking a quick look at Heavy Load here. That's his name, right? Yes. His minicon here is named Heavy Load. All right. So here's little Heavy Load here. As you can see, he does turn into like a little bulldozer mode here. And does have some nice little detail work. And the shovel part, which is picked out in paint here. And the bottom, you can see there's this minicon port here, which you can, of course, attach Menasor to either of the minicon ports he has. But I'm gonna save it for robot mode. And the little shovel part can move up and down. But there is one issue I have have with this figure all around is that this front shovel part comes off way too easy. And as you can already tell here, they're just clipped onto these little circle things into these holes here, which I have no idea why they decided to go with this, because I would have liked it if they would have used a pin to like move this up and down a lot easier without it just falling off when you're messing with this figure. So that's really my biggest issue I have with it in his vehicle mode, is that the shovel part comes off way too easy. But to transform him, you want to take the back wheels here from this green section here and bring it down, and you want to bring it down on this joint here where the Minicon port is at. And it also taps into these tabs into these holes where this dumpster part is at. So you want to take this top part and separate it in half and bring them out and bring them down. And the head, you do want to flip it out here, and there's this little gold notch here that you can flip it out, but sometimes it can be kind of tricky to do, and I will have to remove this off. There we go. So sometimes it is really tricky to do. But there you have Heavy Load in his little robot mode. And he is a pretty good looking little robot mode all around. And getting a closer look at the head sculpt here. It is, I think, a pretty nice looking sculpted and painted in head sculpt all around. And here's the back here. And the side views. And going down to his arms, which, which he does have, you can see here, some sculpted in fingers here. And going down to his legs, you do got some silver paint on these shin things. And for articulation, the head doesn't do anything because due to the transformation. Arms are on ball joints, and you can move them out on that transformation joint there. Ball joint at the elbows. And you can like still move that shovel part out of the way if you want to. And the legs do move forward and back. And that's it. So that is little heavy load. Now to get back to Menasor here. So, like I already told y'all, he does have some sound effects and features, but of course we're going to save that for his robot mode. So now to get to the transformation, now this figure is from the planet Gigantica, the same planet that Metroplex was in from the Transformers Cybertron cartoon. And this figure does, like with Metroplex, he does have a like third mode, which is the work mode. So to get him into the work mode, what you're going to do is take these things and untap them from here. And once these are untabbed, the drill parts untapped from the back treads, you just want to bring them up and yes, like y'all heard, this figure does have some ratchet sounds, and everything on this figure is ratcheted. But take this front part, well, you do want to untap it first, and they're tapped in by a couple of hook tabs here. Well, this one's connected by a hook tab, and this one, I don't know if y'all can see it, is just tapped in by this tab and that notch there. So untap this, bring these up, and angle them out some. Now for the back treads, you just want to bring them down on this joint and bring them down on this joint here. And we're almost done already. Because now all you do next is just rotate his arms down. And I think that these guns, and yes, these guns do move up and down. I think you could take these guns and bring them up. I think that that's what you should do. And I think you are done. Gonna double check real quick. I think you are done. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Oh, and those little rolling wheels. I think you can just rotate these however you want. Like, you could either have them, leave them like this, or I think you can rotate them either direction. I, I, I think, I guess that's what you're supposed to do. Even though they don't roll in his vehicle mode. But there you have his third mode, which they're calling the work mode. Just like what Metroplex has. Except Metroplex's work mode does look pretty decent. Menasor's work mode here, you can see I am with it. Menasor's is decent enough. I think I might have said that in his video. I don't remember. It's been so long ago. I think I might have said Menasor's work mode is decent enough. I think I accidentally called him Menasor. It's Metroplex. I meant to say Metroplex's is decent enough in his work mode. Menasor's work mode here, you can see I'm not the biggest fan of it because he looks like he's like squatting down. Because, well, he is kind of short when he's in his work mode. So yeah, the work mode on this mode is not my favorite one for this figure. But let's get a closer look at the head sculpt here. The head sculpt is pretty good all around. And he does have some nice light piping on the back, and he even glows on his little head crest here. And going down to his chest, where it does have a nice Decepticon symbol and some nice metallic gray or silver paint on his chest, some yellows and reds, and some silver paint on these things here. You do got some red here. And the arms, we pretty much saw his arms already, because these were formed from the front mode, where these drill things were at the front for his vehicle mode. They're now his arms here. And everything else, like I said, we already saw in his vehicle mode. But for articulation, the head can only swivel all the way around. It does go a full 360 degrees, but I'm just only moving it left and right because the swivel on this figure is kind of tight. But the rest of his joints are all ratchets. Well, except for another part. So he has ratcheted shoulders that rotate all the way around, move in and out on a ratchet, ratcheted elbows, bicep swivel on a ratchet. Legs can move forward, back, in and out. Again on a ratchet. Thigh swivel, which is not on a ratchet. And you can, like, bend the knee here, which is on a ratchet, and move these feet up and down, which is also on a ratchet. Oh, and if you want to, you can have him roll, like slide around, because he does have tank treads. Well, treads on his feet, so he can roll. So that is his work mode. And again, this work mode for Menasor is not my favorite. But it is what it is. But now to get to his full-on robot mode, what you're going to do is take the thighs, rotate them, and straighten out the knees and the feet. Now you're going to take these things, which are connected by his legs, get the arms out of the way, and bring them down and in so they look like this. And these halves of his waist here will tab together. And there you have his full-on robot mode here. And this looks much better. To me. Oh, I also forgot one more part of articulation he's got. These drill things, where his elbows are, they do rotate as well. All the way around, right? Yes. And yes. All the way around. Oh, and I think you can bring these guns down. Or, or if you want to, you can bring these up to kind of give him a like attack mode here for his guns. But we're gonna leave them down for now. And his full robot mode, like I already said, looks much better than his work mode. Obviously. And everything we looked at is pretty much the same for the work mode, even the same articulation and everything else. So I'm not going to go through that again, because we've already seen it from his work mode. But now let's get to the features and the electronics he has. So, to start off, he does have a number of mini-con ports where you can, of course, take heavy load here and attach him wherever you want for Menasor. So for the mini-con ports he has on his legs, you do have 2 on each side of his legs here. Oh, and I didn't show you the back here. But here's the back here of Menasor. But continuing on, trying to see what other mini-con ports he has. Okay. And he does have some mini-con ports on, of course, his drill hand thing. Well, actually, his arms. Yes. So for the mini-con ports on his arms, he does have one here, but it doesn't do anything. This one here does do something. And I will have to... well, zoom the camera back out some. And I'm going to go ahead and leave this off. Because I know it's going to fall off on heavy load. So I'm going to transform heavy load back real quick. So what you would do is you would take heavy load and attach him to the mini-con port here. And it will push a little button here. That little thing inside the mini-con port is a button. And that little thing here where the circle part is at will push that button there. So once you attach him there, you now want to slide heavy load forward and well, that wasn't supposed to happen. And once you slide heavy load forward, this drill part will spin and these translucent blue things on both sides will pop out. Just like this. Just like that. And these do clip onto some black clips here. These black things here, which do fold up. So let's detach heavy load. And when you're putting this back in, you want to, I think you just need to bring these back and slide this up. Yes, okay. So when you're retracting this back in, you want to fold up these translucent blue things and then slide up this mini-con port, which will slide up the drill part, and also bring down these black latch things, which will hold these blue things in place. And also another thing you can do with heavy load here is on Menasor's chest, you can untap it and fold it down, and inside of his chest you can fit in or store heavy load in. I think you may need to do it when he's in his robot mode. Yep. You need to fit him inside when he's in his robot mode. Not in his vehicle mode, but in his robot mode. And you can fit other mini-cons inside his chest here. Of course. Now for his other arm, which is just the drill part. So this part of the arm has two features and some lights and sounds. The first feature it has is this drill part does spin, and there is this little wheel here, and when you move it, it spins this drill around. Just like that. And now the second feature it has is, being this is from the Cybertron line, he does have a little cyber key insert here. And the battery compartment is right here. And it takes 2 AAA batteries, which I don't know if they're included with this figure. I think that they might be included with this figure. When this figure was released. But you would unscrew this screw and untap the treads here, which is also connected by this wheel here, and just insert the batteries in and attach this cover back on and screw back in the screw here. Oh, and it also, this drill part also does spin when you move this wheel here, which is for the vehicle mode, which I believe y'all already saw it. Okay, now I know that this is not his cyber key, but all the cyber keys do the same insert things. There's no differences. He does have a Planet Gigantica cyber key, but I don't have it with me. So I'm using this one from Galaxy Force Noise Maze or Cybertron Sideways to help me out. And I will have to turn the slide off. So once you insert the cyber key into this slot, you get this sound effect. That sound, which is supposed to be like a drilling sound. Yeah. And that's all it does. And like y'all saw, you do get a red light in this drill part. And that is it for this figure. It just looks really cool to me, except for his work mode. But his vehicle mode and his robot mode, to me, looks really cool. So I guess we'll be heading over to our final thoughts. So stay tuned.